and welcome to another episode of the Foot Geekz. My name is CJ and I'm the podorsist at Foot Solutions in Vancouver. Today we'll be talking about diabetic neuropathy, which affects in many cases the feet and the hands. But really what we're going to be talking about today is the feet and how diabetes affects those. Now with the feet, the problem is because they're furthest away from the heart, oftentimes when there's nerve damage that occurs due to the diabetes, the peripheral neuropathy causes a lack of feeling and sensation in the feet, and that can cause potentially cuts, sometimes bruises, and in other cases also much deeper infections like ulcers that can then potentially lead to a amputation. And that amputation obviously is something that we want to prevent with select products that are available for that. Now, number one, I usually recommend having you check your feet on a daily basis to make sure there's no cuts and no scrapes on the foot that may lead to infection. You can use mirrors if you can't reach down to check for that. And at the same time, in some cases, what you want to do is you want to use light-colored insoles, like these ones on your shoes, to not only support obviously the foot, but at the same time to check for bleeding and potentially other issues that may have occurred throughout the day on your foot by having it obviously stain the insole. And in many cases what you also want to use is light colored socks, preferably beige or white, in order for you to be able to check for blood spots on those socks, and that way be able to treat those infections or those cuts prior to them becoming a full-blown infection that may lead to that amputation. Now if you have poor circulation in the legs, we oftentimes also recommend compression socks. So compression socks will provide gradual compression of the leg to help prevent pooling of the blood in the feet, and it will also help to reduce obviously ankle swelling if that's a big concern. If you have really swollen ankles, obviously you want to consult your health practitioner to make sure that you get the right level of compression, because you don't want to have something that's too tight on the leg, causing the blood flow to be impeded. And in some cases, if you get a lot of markings around the legs that are causing discomfort, what I do recommend are diabetic socks. Now, diabetic socks are designed to be extremely stretchy around the ankle and the legs to make sure that it doesn't cut off the circulation into the foot by being able to be really stretchy over a very swollen leg, and that can help reduce obviously discomforts and pressure on the leg itself. Now if you have wounds or open wounds or ulcers that need to be accommodated, we often work with custom foot orthotics in kind of an EVA or cork base to help relieve pressure on the ball of the foot and bring that pressure back into the arch area. And that will help reduce some of the pressure points obviously on the front of the foot, which is extremely important if we have significant pressure issues that need to be accommodated. And the light colored covers are extremely important again to check for blood spots and blood stains, and this is going to allow you to make sure that there's no infections or cuts happening on your feet. If you do have obviously a lot of swelling, there's also certain shoes that we have, healing shoes like these that are very stiff in the forefoot, have a little bit of a forefoot rocker to help prevent some of the pressure on the ball of the foot. These do also have light colored insoles. This particular shoe is also heat moldable if you need to have more space on top or there's a lot of swelling. We can heat mold the shoes to increase the amount of room that your foot has on the top. So that's an extra depth shoe that can help reduce pressure on top. And the nice part about this particular footwear as well is that it doesn't have any seams on the inside. Seams can cause friction and rubbing, which can potentially lead to cuts, and that's definitely very important to have something like that in your repertoire. Cold feet socks we do have as well. I will describe these in a different video. Now what's nice about these ones is that they're designed to help improve warmth of the foot and circulation in the foot through specific compounds that are added to them, and also reduce the feeling of coolness or cold feet that you may be experiencing due to the lack of circulation. Now if you have any questions or concerns regarding diabetic neuropathy, please post your comments or questions below. We'd be happy to respond to those. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, please do so right in this corner over here. And any further concerns you have that you'd like us to address in upcoming videos, please do let us know below.